Hi friends, how do you do? Welcome back to my channel. In this session, we will talk about auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs in English. We have different types of auxiliaries, and auxiliary verbs are common to every language, every human language. We use auxiliary verbs in almost all the languages. In our Indian languages also, like Telugu and Hindi also, we have auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs can also be called as helper verbs or helping verbs. In Telugu, we call it Sahayaka Kriya. So the name itself denotes that it helps the main verb. It helps the main verb. How does it help the main verb? In what way? In what sense does a helping verb help the main verb? Let us see. Let us see the auxiliary verbs first. We have two types of auxiliary verbs, such as primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. In primary auxiliary verbs, there are three types of auxiliaries. Say, for example, be form auxiliaries, have form auxiliaries, and do form auxiliary verbs. Under be form auxiliaries, we have am, is, are, was, and were. Under have form auxiliaries, we have, has, and had. And under do form auxiliaries, we have do, does, and did. We know that we have modal auxiliary verbs such as can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought, need, dare, used. These are the auxiliary verbs we use in English. Now let us see the uses, how it helps the main verbs one by one. See, it helps the auxiliary verbs helps the main verb to say its tense, show its tense, indicate it tense. For example, we know that am, is, are present tense auxiliary, present tense verbs. So if there are am, is, and are in a sentence, we can easily say that it is a present tense sentence. Sometimes the main verb cannot indicate the tense. In such conditions, auxiliaries help us to talk about the tense, denote the tense, mark the tense. So these are called tense markers. And we know that was and were are past tense auxiliaries. Coming to have and has, we know that they indicate present tense auxiliaries, and had is a past tense auxiliary verb. And do and does, we know, are present tense verbs, and did is a past tense auxiliary verb. Coming to modal auxiliaries, can, could. Can is used in present tense, and could is used in past tense in most of the cases, not always. And in the same way, will shows present tense, and would shows past tense. And shall is used in present tense, and should in past tense. May in present tense, and might in past tense. Must, ought, they are not changed according to the tense. So they do not mark the tense. They are not tense markers. And used is a past tense verb, and need and dare are present time verbs. So in this way, these helping verbs or auxiliaries help us to mark the tense. It shows us the tense. It guides us to know the tense. And the second one is voice. The auxiliaries help us to know the voice, whether it is passive voice or active voice. For example, I saw a film. I saw a film. It is an active voice sentence. A film was seen by me. A film was seen by me. Here, was is used as B form verb to show that it is a passive voice sentence. So, according to basing on the auxiliaries used in a sentence, we can say that it is either a passive voice or an active voice sentence. And to make interrogatives means questions. For example, I am a teacher. I am a teacher. To make a question, what am I? What am I? He goes to school every day. He goes to school every day. Does he go to school every day? Where does he go, etc. While making interrogatives, auxiliaries are useful to us. They help us to make interrogatives questions, and adding emphasis. To add emphasis to something we express, we use auxiliaries. For example, I go to a movie tonight. I go to a movie tonight. It is a normal sentence. I do go is an emphatic sentence. It gives emphasis to the verb go. So I do go, that means I am going. I am going compulsorily, without fail. I am going. I do go. You do attend means you must attend without fail. So adding emphasis. He did go to school. He did go to school. Somebody asked, he didn't go to school yesterday. But if you are confident of his attending school, you say he did go to school, like that. And modal verbs are used to express the modality of the sentence. Modality, that means can, ability, and will, that means a request, would, and may, might, must. These are ought, should, etc. They express the modality of the sentence. They are called modal auxiliaries. Friends, these are everything about auxiliary verbs. We will in our next session discuss how to frame questions using auxiliaries, and we will I request all my friends to practice well, know about these auxiliaries. Until and unless you know about auxiliaries and you practice using auxiliaries, it is difficult for you to communicate in English language. So it is very important for the learners of English to have good practice in auxiliary verbs. Okay, friends, we will meet in our next session. Until then, have a great time. Friends, I think you are all enjoying my videos. If you enjoyed this video also, please like it, share it, and if you are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe it and touch the bell icon to get update.